Hello, everybody. So, before I dive into this review of One Piece, and believe me, there's a lot to talk about in this episode, but just a quick update if you're not up to speed, and shout out to Joyboy for posting this on Instagram for because I got the wind of this too. So, it seems like episode 895 and 896, 2 episodes from now, or at least one more episode after next week, will be in filler to promote the One Piece film Stampede. And a lot of people quickly up kind of like commented like, "Oh, it's bad timing because obviously the one arc is underway." Initially, I thought this might happen with a filler arc. I just didn't think we were going to get during Wano. I thought we were going to get it before Wano, but it's only 2 episodes, so it's nothing really. And to be honest, a lot of people hype for Film Stampede, so I don't think it's going to be bad. We had I think, a couple episodes dedicated to Film Gold before we went into Zoe, so this is a bad time, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. Like I said, it's only 2 weeks, so 895 and 896 will be filler episodes to keep you posted. So, but like I said, there's a lot to talk about with this review, and that's a good thing. I think this is actually one of my favorite episodes of the year, next to 870, which was obviously Luffy Gear 4 Snake Man against Katakuri, the finale. Tell you why as we go along, because number one, the pacing was great. It stuck to one chapter. However, they added more context into this episode when it comes to like Zoro and the other members of Team Wano that the manga did not have. So that's kind of cool. So we start off on the beach with Luffy, who's crash landed with the sun. He wakes up and the first thing he sees is a pretty much a rain dog, or as he puts it, a dog or a boar. Kamino was pretty much been given chase by a giant baboon with a katana, and which really isn't all that ordinary, out of the ordinary when it comes to like One Piece. We've seen baboons with swords before. In fact, Zoro was training one with when he's on Mihawk's Island during the time skip, so it's not unusual. Luffy connects the dots. Oh, this is Wano. We actually get a flashback as to what happened when they actually got drawn into the whirlpool, and once you know it, they already got separated. So, and like I said in episode 891, at the end there was a cut and Luffy sank to the bottom of the ocean, or the bottom of the whirlpool. And there's a reason for that cut, and here's what we got it for. It's because he obviously, before the end of the crash landing, Sanji grabbed the whole of Nami and Carrot. By the way, I thought that moment was hilarious. I don't know about you guys, that was obviously a Sanji Nami moment, but so we need to get out of here. Chopper begging for his life, don't leave me. He's hanging to Sanji's left. He's actually going to leave Chopper, which I thought was kind of harsh, but he said, "Oh, grab a hold." And then Brook just hugs onto Sanji, obviously bouncing off Luffy as a balloon, and then Sanji could use Skyward to get to the top of Wano. So they made it. Luffy was going to follow suit, but they had to abandon ship the Sunny. But the octopus got in Luffy's way, and when it did, he fell to the bottom of the whirlpool, and that's how Luffy sank, and that's why we only saw Luffy. So there's a cut explained. So I like that. Obviously, that Sanji and the rest of Team Hockey Island are already on Wano, but when, again, like I mentioned, they're already separated. So Luffy's on his own, on the beach, and right from the outset, the baboon is fighting the Kaminu, and Luffy said, "I don't care what you do, don't harm the Sunny," and he's just watching. And what I really like about it is that he's not shocked by this. It's not gun ho by watching a baboon with a katana. He's like, no, he's just can't really escalate. It's like, because we see I guess 2 members of the Beast Pirates, and we come to find out the baboon is pretty much the guard dog or a guard baboon. We see a little kid in a bag, and Kaminu was, I guess, befriended by this girl from Wano. And we come to find out why she was captured by the Beast Pirates is because she uttered the name of Kazuki clan, which we already know that we got the backstory to. Family of Kazuki Oden, the father of Momonosuke. We know that's taboo. And what I was shocked about was we actually got the silhouettes of the Kazuki clan members, like the family members of Momonosuke, and that was really early. So I didn't expect that. But then the other like shocking moment of the episode was seeing the Dendamushi, who the 2 father members of the Beast Pirates are contacting. If you look at the Dendamushi, it was obvious, but then when you see the silhouette, it's obviously Basil Hawkins. One member of the Kid Alliance. We already knew Scratch Manapoo was working obviously for Kaido, because he was under communications with Kaido, saying we lost communication with Jack back up when we was on Zoe, so that makes sense that Hawkins would follow suit. We know what happened to Kid. He got messed up. Obviously, I guess he didn't want to tag along with the Kid Alliance, so he paid the price. It's cool. We got clarification that Hawkins is now working up for Kaido, and he's the one that sends the two guards to try and take out Luffy. I don't know if Hawkins is aware that Luffy's on Wano, but either way, it's very convenient. They try and target Luffy. One's got a tranquilizer gun, so they try and shoot Luffy. That wasn't going to work. And what I really like about this is like Luffy is learning all his skills he got during his fight with Katakuri, the advanced observation haki that he obtained, and he's using that in Wano. So that's pretty cool. So he's able to predict where that shot's going to fire, and immediately he dodges. And then the second shot he tries to fire, he takes him out with just an ordinary punch. The gun pistol just knocks him out, and then the other guard gets taken out too. He gets completely KO'd because I guess this girl from the back manages to escape, and then they try and force the baboon to try and kill Luffy. He uses. Then before we go anywhere else, we cut to Zoro, who's obviously escaping his death sentence. Although technically speaking, he could have escaped anytime he wanted, but he already caused trouble, so now he's trying to flee. And he's still using that knife to take care of the authorities. He gains possession of his sword, the Shisui, the Wado Ichimaji, and of course the Sundai Katetsu. So all three swords are back in Zoro's possession. You notice he has 3 swords, and that my god, the animation is crazy. If this keeps up on Wano, and we're only 2 episodes in, I don't know what to expect. Like epicness to come. Let me just say that. So he uses Dragon Twist that blows the shrine away, and I love how Zoro just like, oh, the weather's lovely around here, and just casually walks off. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, we got other members of Team Wano. We got to see them in this episode, so it wasn't just one and done with last week's episode. No, it cuts immediately back to Luffy, and like I said, the animation, the art, and the way they portrayed Luffy so far has been like beast-like, like straight up. Especially in this episode, the way he just used Conqueror's Haki to like rein in the baboon, like that glare. Oh my gosh, one of the best moments of the episode by far. I just love that glare. The animation kicked in. Boom. He just used Conqueror's Haki to slow him down. And then a little girl, she tries her hand, and then she actually pulls her cheek apart, and it's looking like she's got a devil fruit. In fact, she does have a devil fruit. She pulls her cheek apart, and it's got Kibi Dongo, so she can pull a Dongo from her cheeks as a devil fruit. And she fed the Kaminu. Now he was running rampant. But before then, it actually cuts to other members of the Straw Hats, like that are currently in Wano. They're currently under the disguise, like Frankie and Usopp. So that was kind of cool. In fact, I thought it was hilarious with Frankie with the Carpenter when he's like mimicking Zoro's 3 sword style, even though he's climbing around. But he's like, "Oh damn it, Zoro, what have you done now?" Causing a mess. And then we cut to Rob. I love that did this because it gives exposition on the Straw Hats and what's going on, and they're aware of what's happened with Zoro. And so obviously she's with the teacher Geisha, who Robin is learning under, and she sees the wanted poster of Zoro, and she's walking away like calmly, but she's got that look. Oh boy, this is not good. It's like, Zoro, what the hell did you do? So I like that because we never got that in the manga. In fact, no spoilers, but it took us a while to see Robin again after chapter 9. So I'm glad they added it in this episode. It wasn't just one and done after last week. No, it ties into Usopp, who follows closely behind, and he gets threatened because it's looking like he knows Zoro, but it's like, no, he's fessing a lie. Like, oh, I don't know this guy. He's like after my kids. And we cut immediately back to the beach, and the Kibi Dongo fruit that she feeds Kamino. Now, obviously, he actually lashes out at Otama first. It looks like she's actually a scaredy cat at first, but she actually braves up and actually throws the Dongo, and actually gains control of the baboon. And she says she's got a pretty broken ability. So I'm wondering position on the next episode when it comes to like where Devil Fruit's abilities came from. But oh no, this is a great episode, and we get the introduction to the child of Otama. We see visuals, and find really ironic is, I like how she's like asking, she's like, I surrendered to Luffy because she knows she can't win. And Luffy's like, no, I'm not here to hurt you. And she immediately calls Luffy Big Bro, and she's like, Big Bro means Big Bro, so that's what I'm going to call you. And it's kind of like what Chopper and Carrot got going on right now, so that's kind of funny. But we know what happened to Team Whole Cake Island. We got to see other members of the Straw Hats with Robin, Frankie, and Usopp. That's cool. And Zoro finally sees his wanted poster, where I guess his wanted picture. So now he knows why everybody's fearful of him. So it's like he's got his gear back on. So it's only a matter of time, boys, until that full Straw Hat reunion, and I cannot wait for that. Indirectly, we got each member of the Straw Hats, flashback and present time, in this episode. So I thought that was pretty cool. That we kind of learned that Hawkins, you can kind of connect the dots, is working under Kaido, because he's in communication with some of the members of the Beast Pirates now. What kind of ramifications is this going to have? And we also got to find out the beach that Luffy's on right now is Curry. It's technically the Wano country, but it's one island, separate. So like I said last week, there's separate islands or the separate weathers, because we saw the weather on the borders of Wano, and now we're seeing the beach inside Wano. We've seen the flower capital, the snowy island, like I mentioned, with Kaido. So Wano's going to be crazy from here on in. Looks like the next episode we're going to get some exposition on Ace's adventures in Wano, so I can't wait for that. So it looks like Otama's got some more of a connection, so I can't wait for you anime onlys to see that, because the art style and animation is going to be hype. I can't wait to see what goes on next. Like I said, 895 and 896 look like they're going to be filler episodes connected to Film Stampede. It is what it is, but I'm not too fussed about that. So those are my thoughts. Please tell me else in the comments. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like this review if you did. Subscribe to for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. That's guys. Bye.